What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Train Sim Classic. Today we are taking a look at the brand new LIRR, or Long Island Railroad route today, DLC. And today we are actually going to do the scenario Summer of Hell. We're taking train 1631 westbound from Hicksville towards New York Penn during the Summer of Hell. Now I'm just going to take a wild guess and say that this is either like hurricanes or heat wave or, heavy rains. I have no idea why it's called that, but it is what it is. And I know I'm a little late showcasing this. I know it's not brand new. It came out like a week or two ago, but I'll explain all that in the video. And let's go ahead and hop right in and check it out. Good morning, engineer. Set up the train ready for departure from Hicksville. Please do not forget to allow passengers to board here. Train would normally have to come from Huntington, but a tree is blocking the line between here and there due to an earlier thunderstorm. Passengers are being bused from Hicksville to Huntington and are not very happy. Let's go ahead and turn on the train here. That was actually super loud. But we shall go ahead and open up the doors here. But yes, guys, taking a brand new look. We have had the M7s in the game before already. So there's actually nothing new here except the brand new livery and along with the brand new route. So we're going to be taking a look at this here. There really wasn't any like short scenarios that are, sunny or whatever, and I did not really want to create my own. So we do have this one here in a thunderstorm, which is why I'm assuming it is called the Summer of Hell. But yeah, sounds and everything is typically what you would expect from the typical, dovetail DLCs and all of that good stuff. But let's go ahead and come over here. We'll turn the headlights to high, turn the marker lights off. We'll need the gauge lights. The cab light doesn't really, do much for us at all. Washer, we'll keep that on high. We got heater, car wash, all of that good stuff. There's really not much we can do on this side. We've pretty much seen this before. I think we're ready to go, aren't we? Oh, no, we are still loading. Looks like we do have the marker lights back here out on the rear. And we looks like we're going to be good to go leaving Hicksville here once we end up leaving. Or once we end up loading up all these passengers here. I thought they said we were coming from Huntington, but I guess that is where the thing was. So we do have Hicksville, and then we're going to be heading to all of these all of these station stops here. And we're going to end at Long Island City, about 24.5 miles from where we are currently at right now. Alright, engineer, our timings are as follows. We've pretty much just seen all of this, except I don't think we're going all the way to New York Penn, because we're stopping at the Long Island thing. We don't even have New York Penn on here. We have Jamaica, and then Hunters Point Avenue. Let us go ahead and highball out of here. Put you in the forward. There we go. I don't think there's sand in these locomotives. I could be wrong though, but I do not think there is. Alright, but first things first, hopefully you guys did have a good weekend. I know it is Monday, back to work and school, or actually not school, back to work for a lot of us here today. Especially me, knowing me, I get the 1 day off a week, which, I'm okay with. I mean, I'd rather have a 2-day weekend, but the 1 day weekend works for me. Just gives me a little bit of extra, some money. About 18 hours of overtime is what I get minimum. So I get 58 hours a week. Looks like we're coming up on that 30 here, so we'll start slowing her down a little bit. But yeah, so we get my regular 40, and then about 18 hours of overtime. That's just the minimum, so I mean, it's a lot, working 6 days a week, but at the same time, it's also like, I got really nothing better to do, so I might as well just go to work, make money, and enjoy it. But first things first, though, I did want to thank you guys so much for 6.66 thousand subscribers. Usually I know 666 is a very bad number, and but there's a period in between the sixes, so I'm assuming that makes it okay. But thank you guys so much. I know with like all the recent stuff that I've had, and I'm going to go ahead and explain all that in a separate video about, back from like 3 years ago when I first met my ex up until now about what happened. That'll be a whole nother video that I'm going to explain exactly, kind of in detail about what happened. So, but yes, I know I've been, in and out a lot, not uploading as much as I want to and all of that good stuff. So, but that should be coming to a change here soon. And hopefully, like I keep saying, we're coming to go back into daily videos. I'm still trying to go back into it. It's kind of hard now with my new job, as when I get home, all I want to do is take a nap. But I'm going to try to kind of stay awake a little bit and just kind of sleep during the night instead of, you know, coming home and taking a nap. But there was actually two times where I could not avoid it and ended up sleeping for like 13 hours straight. It was about 2 weeks ago. So, and I have no idea why. The crew I was running with at work, we ended up stopping at this like calzone place. I'm not too sure if it's like a local thing, because I know there's two like around where I live at. I'm not sure if it's like a nationwide thing, but it's called DP Dough, and it's like a calzone type place where they have like all these different, you know, good looking calzones. They've got like pulled pork ones, regular pizza style, chicken parm, just a whole assortment of different calzones. And we do have a whistle post coming up here. But I honestly think that had something to do with it, only because it was the most appetizing and fulfilling thing that I have had in my entire life. Okay, I'm actually not gonna lie, that horn actually doesn't sound too bad for a, you know, Dovetail Steam Release DLC. It doesn't sound that bad at all. But yes, so another guy in my crew actually said the same thing, that he ended up passing out as soon as he got home, just like I did. So I think I got home around like 5:30, passed out at 6, and then I did not wake up until like 6 o'clock, so about 12 hours or so of nothing but sleep. And yeah, it definitely was not something I was expecting to do. So I'm not too sure if they like put melatonin in there or if they just put something in there. But man, that was a absolute crazy thing. And then I told myself that I wasn't actually going to go back there. And then I ended up going back there another time, like about a week or two later. And just to, you know, see if that's actually what it was. And same thing happened, except it wasn't like a 13-hour nap. It was more of like a 4 or 5 hour nap. But yeah, I have no idea what they put in that, but it really is filling, and it does fill you up quickly with just one calzone. We're coming to a stop here. I don't think we're going to get the full train on the platform, but we'll see. Yeah, we're not going to get the full train, but it is what it is. There we go. Let's go ahead and load up the train here. Alright, looks like we're actually going to be good to go right now. Let's go ahead and release the brake. Minimum power. And here we go. We actually made it on time. That's actually really cool. We made it on time to the station stop. So yeah, that's actually enough about what I've went through the last like couple weeks with food and stuff. Let's go ahead and talk about this DLC now. It is the Long Island Railroad from New York to Hicksville. Supposedly it is America's busiest, most historic, and legendary commuter railroad. Is the Long Island Railroad, which is the company we're actually driving for right now in the game. So it comes with the modern LIRR, or Long Island Railroad Bombardier, I don't know how to pronounce it. Built M7 EMUs, or electric multi-unit. Does have set with realistic controls, performance, safety, and signal systems and sounds. Which I'm not gonna lie, the sounds actually do sound a little bit better as I'm listening to them here. I was kind of expecting, you know, the same sounds that have been in the games recently, but it actually does sound really good. It comes with New York's iconic Penn Station, Atlantic Terminal, and the Long Island City stations, and all of that good stuff. It includes the LIRR's City Terminal Zone, the main line, and the Hempstead branch. 45 miles of electrified trackage, and 30 stations. So we do have about 45 miles from the starting point of the route to the ending point. We're coming up to the next station stop here. I'm not too sure if I'm supposed to sound the horn like the MTA does. But we're just going to go ahead and do it anyway, just because. So this is Carl Place. Carl Place. Now, if this was actually like in my area, the major hospital around here is called Carl. So this would probably be like a stop for the hospital, if anything. I was going to say, I didn't think the rear of our train was on the platform just yet. Alright, let's go ahead and start adding the brake here. We still got about 2 cars left to go. There we go. Start braking now. That is on the platform. There should be nobody in this first 2 cars anyway, so it's not like it really matters if it's off the platform. And there we go. We got 7385 M7 going on right now. Got our wipers working from the outside, which look nice. Here's a view of the interior of the M7s. Can't really go too much in camera view here. I believe all the other interiors look the same, which doesn't even look like you can actually go into the other ones, which I'm okay with. We got instructions over there, probably for like using the emergency equipment and all that good stuff. Now we got rain coming on the windows here. Alright, we got that timeless penalty. Come over here. I'm not too sure what that DEDM engine thing is. Not sure if that's something for us or if that's for somebody else. Next up is Manola. Track 1, about 2 miles. Yeah, no idea. No idea. But we do also have for this DLC is authentically modeled locations, including Woodside, Jamaica, Manola, Hillside Support Facility, Hempstead, and Hicksville. So we shall see Manola coming up here at our next station stop. And we got 7 realistic career scenarios and 2 railfan scenarios, which we will be taking a look at here as well. I've got a few railfan scenarios that I found on the workshop, and just ones that I thought I completed, but I guess I didn't for another, the MTA routes and all that. So we'll be taking a look at those here, upcoming on the channel here one of these days. And we do have a lot of new stuff coming out as well, not just for this game, but for the other games as well. So we do have the Santa Fe Classic Pack that just came out for TSC, or Train Sim Classic. We'll be taking a look at that here shortly. We have an updated versions of the metro routes we took a look at. So the North Central Service and the Milwaukee District North Line route, which we will definitely be taking a look at here soon. Looks like we're passing Nassau, track 3 here, or Nassau, I don't know how to pronounce it. We also have a updated KCS route. Searchlight Simulations is actually coming out with another GEVO locomotive, kind of like their Canadian Pacific one that they came out with a long time ago. They're actually coming out with a Union Pacific one now, which I'm looking forward to. We also have Searchlight Simulations. I think that it's either SS or Jointed Rail, but they have new F40s that are coming out, or not F40s, SD40-2s that we'll be taking a look at. Of course, we're going to hop back into the F40 enhancement pack and all of that good stuff, so that's going to be on the channel here soon as well. I have a couple other routes that I'm trying to showcase off, and then I'm going to completely uninstall and reinstall this game, because I keep getting those performance things going on with the game again, so I'm not exactly too sure what's going on with it. So I'm going to have to kind of go in and uninstall and reinstall everything, which is unfortunate. But I feel like with this game, it's something I'm going to have to do every couple months just to kind of keep it, you know, running smoothly and stuff. Or I just have to start taking stuff out after I'm done, you know, showcasing it. But here we are coming into Manola. Go ahead and coast that boy. Alright, hopefully you guys have been enjoying the newer stuff on the channel. We've done the police shootout game. I've got some new stuff coming out this week as well. We've got MX versus ATV Legends coming out. I've got the Code 3 Police Simulator. We also have Stray that'll be coming to the channel here soon, which is that game about like a stray cat or whatever. I've seen a lot of videos on it on TikTok and stuff, and I feel like that'd be a really cool game to showcase. We got all the cars on the platform here. Let's go ahead and open the doors and let the passengers load. Alright, so we got another good time penalty here. Let's go ahead and get out of here so we can actually kind of stay on time. Even though we're running about a minute late. It's all good though. But yeah, so we got all that coming up. Grand Theft Auto 5 is having an update, a major game update coming up here, I believe on tomorrow, Tuesday, or Wednesday, one of the two. But it should break everything that I have for LSPDFR. So I'm going to try to get some LSPDFR stuff recorded, just so I have content for that. I'm probably going to do like 4 or 5 videos, just so that I have it. So just in case whenever it does break, I'll have like LSPDFR kind of spread out periodically through the next couple weeks until Rage Hook, LSPDFR, and Script Hook all end up updating. Because we all know Script Hook's going to be the last thing to update, and that does take a while. And then we also have Montana coming out for ATS, which I'm very excited about. That does come out August 4th for all you guys that did not hear. So I'm going to try to have 2 other ATS videos out there before that, because we do have the Mountain Roads, or Extreme Mountain Roads map that I ended up finding that we're going to be taking a look at here possibly this week. And then there's just a couple like other truck mods and stuff that I found on ATS mod sites and stuff that we're going to be taking a look at as well as a school bus mod. So I'm not too sure how that one's going to work out, but we do have a school bus mod as well that we're going to look at. So I'm very excited about that. I'm very excited about Montana coming out. That is going to be like the major highlight of my day when it does. So another announcement we've got is I'm actually going on vacation next month on the, I believe it's the 12th to the 15th or the 14th or whatever. It's that weekend in August. And I'm actually heading up to the Ozarks with Lauren's and her family and stuff, so I won't be here that weekend at all. So I'm definitely going to have some pre-recorded content out. Now that I've seen Montana's coming out, we'll definitely have some Montana out there that weekend as well. So super excited about that. Probably will have, you know, pre-made content up until at least Tuesday or so. I'm not exactly too sure, just to kind of give me a little break. But it's been a while since I've actually been on an actual vacation, so this will definitely be good for me. Let's go ahead and open up the doors here. Alright, so now we're going up into Hyde Park here. Oh, we got key out now, so we want to put that back into forward. There we go. We have new Hyde Park coming up. We're about 2 minutes late, which, you know, isn't the worst thing in the world, but it's also not the best thing in the world. Going ahead and speaking of Lauren, we actually had a nice weekend together. Saturday we ended up, or actually Friday, we kind of spent it with each other. She kind of came out to me, and then Saturday I went out to her. Friday we kind of just hung out, went to Cracker Barrel for supper, and we ended up getting some ice cream. Saturday we ended up going to a knockoff Texas Roadhouse. It's called Logan's Roadhouse, which is out in like Bloomington, Illinois. And let me tell you, I got this one burger. It was a massive burger. It had mozzarella sticks on it, and let me tell you, I did not eat it all that day, so I had worked an 8-hour shift, and then I drove that 50-minute drive over to her and stuff, and I did not eat at all that entire day. So I had this giant burger in front of me. I had some waffle fries, and then they have this thing for like $5. You can make it a combo. So I ended up getting this like slice of grilled chicken breast as well, served on like a bed of rice, and then a side of mac and cheese with it. So I had all this food sitting right here in front of me, and I'm thinking, you know, I'm probably going to need a to-go box. I'm not going to be able to finish all this. Well, I was wrong, and I cleared out both those plates. That is how hungry I was that day. It kind of shocked me a little bit, because usually I'm the one that needs a to-go plate, and usually Lauren's the one that finishes all her food. But today it was the opposite. We actually both finished both of our plates, which I was kind of shocked about. Knowing me, I can't actually like eat as much as I used to. Like back in the day, I can probably go to like a buffet or something and I could easily knock out like 5 or 6 different plates, like full plates I'm talking. Now I can barely do at least 2 or 3. So it really does, you know, it really does, growing up and stuff, growing old and all that, really does mess with your metabolism and like your stomach and all that. And it really does, you know. Was not expecting to clear this or go through this crossing, but it is what it is. But yeah, it really does mess with your body and stuff, because like I said, I can't even eat 2 plates of food anymore. So I was kind of shocked when I did. Ah, we lost points on this one. Well, dang. See, that's the one thing about this game, like, you can't really get this train going up to 80 and then stopping at the stations and waiting at the stations. So just, you know, so it looks like we're actually going to be a minute late into this station here, into Jamaica. So we can probably get this bad boy going up to 80. But knowing my luck, we are actually going to end up reducing speed here one of these times, because there's going to be a new speed limit or something. But yeah, guys, checking out the route. Actually, if you guys have been looking out through the window, actually looks kind of nice with like the very like urban populated areas and stuff. We got all these factories and houses and stuff. There's really not much farmland. I kind of like the routes we've been checking out recently. A lot of this stuff is just straight on urban. So that's actually really cool to see a new route like that. And we do got some stuttering going on right now. Not too sure what that's all about, but like I said, Train Simulator has been acting up for me. But also, after we went out to food, we also went to the bar with some of our friends and stuff. Then we kind of met at their apartments and all that. So it was actually kind of a very fun weekend. Next weekend, we actually plan on heading out to Indianapolis with them. And we're going to go visit a Waffle House, which I'm very excited about, because if you guys remember, I talked about it a few videos back that I haven't been to one in a couple years. And I'm actually very excited to go back to one. So looking forward to that, definitely. Looking forward to going to the Ozarks and all of that good stuff as well. Definitely, if you guys do not follow me on Snapchat, definitely follow me on Snapchat for that, because I will be posting a lot of Snapchats. And I do post, you know, I don't post as much on my story as I should. But I'm actually going to start posting on my story a lot. Especially with like work-related stuff, because I feel like, you know, my job's pretty interesting the way it is. Especially like all the stuff that I do, and I really do enjoy the job that I have. Like I mentioned back when I first started this job, I did actually apply for it back like in 2019, 2020, before I went to Amazon, and I didn't get anything back. So then I went to Amazon, and now they were starting to look like they were hiring again. So I put in an application, and you know, now I ended up working for them, which is awesome. But the job does really get a lot easier once you get out onto the field and start doing it. Because like in classroom, they make it seem like it's a lot harder than it is, and they kind of like put pressure on you, and they kind of ask you like, are you guys nervous? And then they're asking you like why and stuff, and it's because like, you know, we haven't really done this. We've kind of been doing mock training scenarios. We haven't actually done like it in real life. But it really does get a lot easier once you get out on the field and keep doing it, which is what I like about the job. But man, back when I first started, I would get home, I would be completely exhausted. Like even in training, when we were out in the field, I would just be completely exhausted. But now it's like, now it's like it doesn't even faze me. Like I'll just keep working and forget about the time. And then I'll realize, oh man, it's time for me to go home. Like I'll just keep forgetting about it. And yeah. But like I would come home, take like an ice cold shower, and then I would just go straight take a nap, because of course when I first was in training and got out of training, we had those massive heat waves in Illinois. We still technically do. Luckily this week and like next week, it seems like it's going to be cooling down a little bit, like low 80s, high 70s. So that's actually going to be kind of good for me, because it's not going to be like 90s with like the heat index and the hundreds and all that good stuff. But like now, like I said, it's just kind of like, you know, I'll just keep working and forget about the time. And I'll be like, oh yeah, well, time to go home. But that's just like one of the nice things about the job, is that you can actually work as much as you want. So if you really want to, typically the hours are from like 7 to 5, or it's like once you hit that 10-hour mark. So if you clock in at 6:30, you can leave at 4:30. But you can have all the overtime that you want. So I could technically work from like 6:30, from like a 7 to 7 if I really, really wanted to. And that is one of the things that I really do like about this job, is that they don't care how many hours a week you work, as long as you're doing work and not goofing off. But not saying that this job is like hard or anything. It is, difficult once you first start out and try to get to learn everything and try to figure out how all the different stuff works and how all the different lines are set up and all that, like all your underground utilities. But just for the first few weeks, it will wear you out, especially if you haven't done anything outside in a long time, or if you have not had an outside job. I mean, I know I did Amazon for a while there, but it was never this much walking around. What? I'm so confused. What's going on? Why did it just knock me down to 60? We still got like 0.8 miles till that 40. Till we hit Jamaica. But I do know that I said pretty much the same thing about Amazon, that I, enjoyed that job, and I legitimately did enjoy it. Oh, is it because we're coming up to a speed zone? Is that why it's having us do all this? I am so confused. Because it shows we're supposed to be going 70, but it's not letting me go above 31. Which makes no sense to me at all. I don't understand. I just don't understand. But I do feel like at this job, it's kind of like the most walking around that I've actually done in a very, very, very long time. I will definitely say that to me. Or I will definitely say that to you guys. You will do a lot of walking around in this job. You definitely will. But I mean, like I said, I did enjoy that Amazon job that I did. It was, it wasn't a job. The Amazon was basically more of a, job if you're kind of in between jobs, or if you need like a second job or whatever. That's kind of what Amazon is. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I did enjoy it up to a certain point. But Lauren was kind of telling me, and it kind of makes a little bit of sense, was that the Amazon job was kind of for me to meet her. Because, like I said, I delivered to her house, her parents' house, her cousin's house, and her aunt's house, I believe. All within a span where I was working there. And she kind of thinks that, like, it pretty much all kind of went downhill as soon as I met Lauren. What is going on here? I am so confused on why it just, like, breaks you automatically. Like, I don't understand that. Like, I was under 20. I wasn't going 20 miles an hour. What? Oh, so are we supposed to be going 15 then? Is that what the signal speed is? I am so confused. Because it says it's 20, so we must have to go 15. That must be what it is. Even though we're going to get more points deducted for doing that because we're going to be late coming into here. And look at that. Now we're losing points again. Gotta love it. I do gotta turn that point system off because it really does make me mad when it does stuff like that. But yeah, so like I said, Amazon's kind of like a job if you're, in between jobs, or you're looking for like a second job, or you just need something temporary. That's kind of what it is. But let me tell you about the job that I have now. Back in training, we were told the amount of downtime that we would have will be at a bare minimum. But I can tell you that I have sat around in my work truck quite a bit just getting paid to do nothing, especially when we were working with like different people, like in a crew and stuff. That, let me tell you, the amount of downtime that I had, or we pretty much had, was probably a little bit more than what we had in training. Alright, let's go ahead and stop this train right here. I don't think everything's on the platform, but I don't think everything will be. Yeah, we're definitely going to be losing points for this one. I can guarantee you that right now. Which, now, I'm okay with. It is what it is. There we go. So everything but the last car, the doors have opened, right? Alright, Engineer Train 1631. This is Penn Station and Herald Interlocking Tower. We have experienced a major switch failure at Penn and require you to divert to Hunters Point Avenue where you will terminate. Okay, so we will go to Hunters Point even though there's no ETA for that one. So we're back down to 167 points. We got 15 miles an hour. Here we go. Well, one thing though I do really like about this job, and it doesn't even have anything to do with the job itself, is that it's the amount of different restaurants that I have actually been to since I have gotten out of training, and the amount of restaurants that I've actually tried. Oh boy, no, we are not speeding. We are not speeding. I understand. Man, that's annoying. That alerter is really annoying, not gonna lie. So we're gonna be coming off of J main track 1 here. But yes, I have the amount of restaurants I've tried for the first time is good. Like, there's one barbecue joint we went to, this one taco truck that we went to that everybody else went to before, that I went to for the first time, and man, it was good. They were some really good places, especially that barbecue joint and the taco truck. They were really, really good. Because I like myself, like, I don't really care for like the Americanized tacos when I go to like a Mexican restaurant. I'm more for like the authentic Mexican street tacos, and that is what they had over there. And look at that, we're gonna be losing a lot of points because this game you cannot speed 1 mile an hour over, which I think is kind of dumb because you have some trains have a maximum overdrive of like 2 miles an hour. I think that's actually kind of dumb. But I'm gonna tell you one thing though, my buddy ended up making, he does gardening and stuff, and he grows his own like peppers and stuff, like hot peppers, jalapenos, habaneros, and all that good stuff. And let me tell you, he made this one chili that had a bunch of hot peppers in it. I believe some ghost peppers, some jalapenos, and let me tell you, that chili was actually really, really, really good. But it was way too hot for my liking. Now, I'm usually good with like spicy foods. I usually handle them pretty well. But for some reason, I don't know exactly what happened here. But man, let me tell you, my mouth was on absolute fire. That I had a glass of Mountain Dew Code Red or Baja Blast sitting next to me, and I literally chugged that thing down after taking a few after taking a few like spoonfuls of that chili. Kind of had me looking like this video right here.
I tried this one chili and it set my mouth on fire, and I had to drink a 2-liter of Mountain Dew.
But yeah, I literally chugged that Mountain Dew Baja Blast that I had, and it was bad. But I mean, it wasn't as bad as because if you guys know about B-Dubs or Buffalo Wild Wings, they have those like limited time. I don't know if they're still around or not, but they had the Flamin' Hot Doritos wings and all that. And let me tell you, I tried those for the first time, and they actually weren't that hot. So I was thinking, because like I thought they were going to be a lot hotter than they were, like the chips are. They have that like little kick to them, but no, they were kind of like mild wings. So I wasn't too like, I bought like a 10 because I went there for the BOGO. So I got 10 of those, and I was fine. Like, they didn't affect me whatsoever, except this was one location. And then when I went to the location near Lauren, That changed everything. I got 20 of those bad boys thinking that, you know, they weren't going to be that spicy, that hot or whatever. Man, I don't know if they just didn't make them right at the other location, or if this one didn't make them right. But man, let me tell you, the amount of hotness and spice and a kick to them that these had, I barely could finish eating 10 wings at the time, because that is how my mouth was on fire. I was like, good God. It, like, I don't know, like I said, I don't know if they just made them wrong or what, but they tasted completely different, and they had way more of a kick to them than they did before. That's how bad it was. Well, I don't want to say it was really bad. It was more just the fact of wasn't expecting it. So I should have done the 10, not the 20, but it is what it is. I ate them the next day, and, you know, they were fine. Especially then, I was in the comfort of my own home. But it is what it is. But yeah, I feel like we're actually going to be ending this scenario right here. So if you guys did enjoy the scenario, please do make sure you guys hit the like button and that subscribe button with the bell icon. And if you guys do want actual notifications of when I do upload a video, make sure you guys join the Discord server. I am trying to get the Discord more active, so definitely do make sure you guys join the Discord server. Every social media thing you need to know is down in the description. My TikTok, my Twitter, and all that good stuff. I do plan on doing a complete revamp of the channel here soon. So it actually starts with today. I'm actually using a new audio program. I used it in the past. I didn't like it, but they have gone through quite a few updates, so I'm trying it out once more. It is called NVIDIA RTX Voice, and it basically is a noise reduction program, because for some reason I use the HyperX Quadcast microphone, and for some reason I'm having to edit out a lot of audio because it picks up a lot of background noise. Like, I have a fan going back here, it'll pick it up. Like, me breathing, it'll pick it up. Like, if I end up tapping on my desk or tapping the keyboard, it starts picking it up, and I honestly have no idea why, because I have it set to only pick up to where it's coming into my voice, because it does have those 4 different pickup patterns or whatever the actual term is called. So I don't know. So I'm going to be definitely trying this out for the next couple videos. I do know the last time I used it, it did end up cutting out a lot of audio. So I'd be talking and then it would just start crinkling in. So I'm not exactly too sure. It must have been maybe I was talking too quiet or something. I don't know. So I'm definitely trying that out. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a whole revamp of the channel. We're going to have new banners, new lower thirds, new intro, a new outro, and all of that good stuff. And I'm going to completely update the social media and stuff. Kind of get the channel going, kind of get the channel popping again. Probably going to keep the same avatar I have, because I actually do kind of like the avatar. So definitely keep the same profile picture unless I can find a different one. So definitely stay tuned for that. That's going to try to be a more before the end of the year type deal. Streaming, I'm trying to get back into it. Like I've been saying, I've been doing a couple test streams, but I just don't trust it enough to but yeah, I don't trust it enough to where it's not going to lag or anything. I've done a few private ones, just kind of test the performance and how it's doing, especially with the Wi-Fi I have. But like I said, I'm not too sure. I don't want to test it and risk it, so we shall see about that. I may end up doing one this week or next week, just kind of test it out, test the waters and stuff, see how it goes. But we shall definitely see about that one. So I know once we get, Lauren and I actually end up finding a place, getting into our new place and stuff, I'll definitely be getting a lot more streaming done then, because I know she's going to be pushing me, and she's also going to start her own YouTube channel as well. So that will definitely be a, good thing. We can kind of play games together, like do ATS convoys or something. I also pre-ordered the brand new Call of Duty that's coming out this year, the Modern Warfare. So definitely doing a lot of streams on that as well. Possibly not that many videos, That's going to be more of like a streaming game, especially if, you know, if I'm like in the middle of the day, I'm bored or whatever. That's going to be what that is for. But we're actually coming up here. We got some different signals here. So we had like the cab signaling. Now we have like the clear tri-light signals, which is different. Not too sure about that, but it is what it is. And I think we're actually going to be done here. So we got long, about a little bit less than 3 miles. We're going to pick up passengers here, but we don't have a scheduled stop here. So it's just we kind of get there whenever we get there, it seems like. We do got a whistle post, and we're coming up on Herald, LIRR main line 1, and then Herald westward passenger. Is the crossing after the tunnel? No, I don't see a crossing anywhere, so I think it might have just been for the tunnel. Interesting. Very interesting, but we are coming up on that 45. So I'm going to start braking for that so we don't get the emergency application again. .45 and then a 40. Well, yeah, guys, I'm actually very excited to do a whole revamp of the channel and stuff. I'm trying to do more of like advertising stuff, so I'm been like posting the videos on Steam and everything, so I get some new audience and everything, as well as I'm going to start posting them back on Twitter, and then I'm going to start using the Facebook page once again. I know I've been kind of lacking on all of that stuff, but I do plan on doing that once again. And I also am doing a Q&A, some more Q&A videos. I've done them in the past, so if you guys do want to ask anything. Man, that is annoying. So if you guys do want to ask anything, ask me anything. Make sure it's like an actual question, not a request, because I'm not going to end up doing that. So if you guys do have any questions to ask me, get to know me a little bit better, make sure you guys go into the Discord. I do have a in the suggestions box, there is a thing set up to where I will have questions. You can comment on this video, comment on any other video as well. If you guys do have questions y'all want to ask me and get to know me a little bit better. Man, that is super annoying and loud. Jeez. So we got a 10 coming up and then a 5. Gotta love it. So we'll just put on the minimum brake here. Kind of get it going out to 10. Just because I do not need that annoying beeping going on anymore. That really is super annoying, if you ask me. Man, but one thing I'm actually super upset about was if you guys take Amtrak a lot, you guys know about their guest rewards program. Well, from when I was a kid, like I would take Amtrak every other weekend back and forth between where I'm at now to Chicago, like every other weekend and back. Jeez, that is annoying. Like, we weren't even at the 10 yet, and then it starts beeping. Like, chill out, man. That is... Okay, I understand. Like, I'm literally going 6 miles an hour, and it's already beeping at me. Is there a way to shut that off? I don't think so. Nope, I don't think there is a way to shut it off. Oh well. I don't know what that beeping is outside, but it's definitely not my train. But as I was saying, if you guys know about the guest rewards program, I literally had about 50,000 points saved up in that rewards program. And I'm actually really upset because supposedly last month I got an email from Amtrak that I didn't even see until a few weeks ago, that apparently if I didn't use any of my points by like June 23rd or a certain date in June, that they would all go away. So I had planned like a nice little cross-country train trip with Lauren, since we both like trains, and for like a future thing we were going to get tickets and all that. And then I ended up going to check my rewards, and they were all gone. So 50,000 points wasted. I was super upset, and I'm just like, well, that was a bummer. Because like my dad and I got all those points saved up, and they did not go anywhere. So PSCC Tower Engineer of Train 1631, stable your train in Long Island City Track 9 and await further instructions. Okay, so are we actually lined up to go there, or do we have to do our own switches? So I want to say that's what that 5 is, so I think we're lined up to go there. Let's go ahead and coast her out a little bit. Make sure that doesn't go past 10 miles an hour, because I don't need that annoying beeping at all. But yeah, I'm actually kind of enjoying this route. I'm not going to lie. It does not have that like feel of a Dovetail DLC. Actually, like, the sound sounds so much better. It's got more scenery to it, and it doesn't seem like it's as broken as a lot of these other routes that come out. So it's actually really nice to see them actually have a DLC put out that actually works. Has, like, I don't want to say realistic sounds because I don't know, but it does sound really, really good. Alright, so we're coming up here on Long Island City. The horn doesn't actually sound too bad, and we also do have the realistic containers as well, and there we go. I knew it. Okay, jeez. Man, this 5 mile an hour thing's gonna be fun, not gonna lie. This is definitely going to be a fun 5 mile an hour zone. Yeah, man, that horn doesn't sound that bad. It actually sounds a lot better than I was expecting. So yeah, we are actually lined up into track 9. And that is where this scenario is going to end. But yeah, like I said, if you guys did enjoy the video, please do make sure you guys hit that like button and that subscribe button. Like I said, if you guys also have any questions for me, please make sure you guys ask them in the comment section down below, and I will get to them in a video here in the future. So yeah, that is pretty much it. Like I said, I've been trying to get back into daily uploads. It is, a little bit difficult with the job and the hours that I have. So I'm going to try to keep doing it this week to where I just make videos when I get off of work and all of that good stuff. So we shall see how that works out. Man, this 5 mile an hour stuff is really, really slow. Really, really slow, man. Not going to lie. And I really do think that I'm actually going to be shutting off the point system for the career scenarios, because, like I said, even if you go literally 1 mile an hour over Like, you get points deducted, and then if you're late, you get points deducted, even though I really don't think there is a way for you to stay on time, considering how close the station stops were, and having to go accelerate all the way up to 80, and they kind of expect you to go from like 0 to 80 within like 6 seconds, which is very unrealistic. So, we shall see how turning off the point system turns out. Not too sure if it'll affect the profile, which I'm not too worried about the profile. I think we're even like level 22 or something. I've had this game since like 2009. So I really am not affected by the point system. I know like people have probably like level 100, 1,000, all of that fun stuff. But me, I really, I just don't care. I like showcasing the stuff. I just like driving the trains, like free roaming them and all of that. So it is what it is. I'm just gonna wait for the train to clear that final switch there, and then we are going to go ahead and stop the train and have a little fun with it. But we do got a buffer over there, so I'm not too worried about stopping. We'll just let the buffer stop it. Alright, so we're actually getting real close to this barrier here. The final car should be clear of the switch by now, which it looks like it is about to be. So let's pull it up a few more feet here, and then we will go ahead and end the scenario. Just so if another train ends up coming over here, they don't, sideswipe each other. But let us go ahead and put the brake on, and that should do it. Let's go ahead and take the key out. Put that all the way into max brake. Not emergency max brake. We'll go ahead and turn off the headlights. Turn the marker lights back on. Gauge lights, cab light off. Wipers off. All of that should be off now. Well done. That was a tough run with those aggravated passengers on board. We will rest up here until we receive further instructions from PSCC. Alright guys, that is going to go ahead and do it for this one. Hopefully you all enjoyed. Take care.